So he sends me like a photo, and I'm like, what has this guy sent? Because it's blurry, because I haven't accepted his request.
Okay.
So I go and I see, obviously he's like in a thong with it, and I'm just like Christ on a bike. Later on that year, my dad and my brother, we got tickets to watch Arsenal in the Europa League final against Chelsea in Azerbaijan. But I didn't know he was from Azerbaijan. So what ended up happening was we go to Azerbaijan, I'm posting pics, oh, what a beautiful country. He's like, it's me, I'm here, I'm in Azerbaijan. I'm like, holy shit, what do I do now? I'm like, if I run into this guy, I'm going to shit my pants. It's me. I'm like, what?
Oh my God.
So Stalkers was 100%. I've got a few. I have this goal.
Boys, welcome to the first podcast. Well, second podcast, first guest on the Modern Man podcast. Guys, we have a great guest today. I wrote a little bit of intro about you.
Oh, crazy. Let's hear this.
Yeah.
Seems as good as my CV. Go for it.
Oh, yeah. You know, like, I know I sing better than you, bro, but, like, let's
It's the beard.
It's the beard, bro. Yeah. Once you hit puberty, I think we'll be okay, bro. Guys, this is the man that sang Baby Jesus to sleep. He's the number one choir boy in the Vatican. He's a good-looking essay version of Louis Capaldi. He's on all top radio stations, and as well as on my I Can't Believe She Chose Him, What the Fuck playlist on Spotify. Coming soon. Our first guest on the Modern Man, ladies and gentlemen, Lee fucking Cole.
That was a solid introduction. Thanks for having me, gents. This is going to
Welcome
be solid.
Dude, thank you so much for coming, bro. Like, honestly, when we were sitting this thing up, and I forgot about the mic, I'm not going to lie. When we were setting this thing up, bro, I just thought, like, who would be one of the best people to have on the podcast at the beginning, bro. And you were first choice, bro. And thank you you were so keen from the beginning. Like, you were just like, yeah, let's talk some shit, let's get into it and stuff like that. And it's really nice to have, like, our first guest.
No, 100%,
to genuinely give us some support the way you have. And you've also been understanding. I mean, we had load shedding, so we had to change time.
I think everyone's understanding with load shedding, let's be honest.
Right.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy at the moment. And honestly, I'm not going to lie to you with this load shedding shit. Not just load shedding, podcasting shit. Like, you got to find time that everybody can
make
be in the same room at the
100%,
same
100%,
time.
100%.
I mean, like, weekends are busy, you performing. We work full-time jobs. Mondays are the only times that we have also. This is a
100%.
Monday, guys, and this is what a fucking time to be alive.
Hey.
Man.
Cheers, boys. Cheers.
Right.
Cheers to you. Thank you so much.
I'm going
for
to
being
choose
our
my
first
Oasis bottle there.
Yeah.
Cheers, gentlemen. Cheers.
Lee, we're going to dive right in, man. This isn't just a normal interview. We're going to ask you some crazy shit.
Let's do it.
Some interesting shit, bro. Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna start right off. Okay, so I was listening to your music before we did all of this.
Okay.
I only have one question. Like, I've got a few, but this is the one that I really need to know. Who the fuck hurt you, mate? Who the fuck hurt you? I was listening to your music and I thought to myself, fuck, I should text her.
Don't Lee call and drive, bro.
That's a good one.
Call and drive. That's all. Yeah, dude. So like,
Bro, so many people ask me that all the time. The truth is, nobody. That's the most fucked up part.
No fucking
Like,
ways.
no
You
one.
can't make
Actually,
sad shit like that.
I
But then
promise you.
I listen to it and I think, like, this is so relatable. You know, this guy must have gone through the fucking most.
Yeah,
bro.
it's all a lie, man. It's all a lie.
I can't wait for a girl to actually break your heart. Your music is gonna be
because when
out of this world.
Yeah, when I write, it's like the most important thing for me, like in a song, is the melody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like you could substitute those lyrics for like anything, but the melody still stays true. Like take for example Billie Jean by Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Like the lyrics are Billie Jean is not my lover. You could sing anything. I had a whiskey last night in Glover, but the melody still bangs.
Yeah.
So for me, the melody is always the most important part. And then I decide, I think because I'm a very empathetic person by nature, I think I'm very good at like sympathizing with people, even though I don't really go through the same thing.
Okay.
And that's kind of where that music comes from, you know.
You're the proper person, you know. Like you can give relationship advice.
Mate, grade 9, I was giving relationship advice, bro. Don't respond to him back on Mixer, just say DC. You know, that's the kind of things I was saying.
Sorry, DC. Yeah.
You know, remember that?
Last message, please.
Yeah. Send an SMS, please log in. Like, no.
So this is not like you got your heart broke or anything. You're just making sad breakup music just in case, or
but I'm keeping a catalog, a library, so I wonder what happens.
So when you get your heart broken, you're like,
Exactly.
"This was for you, bitch."
It's just in the Alaskan mountains with like a whiskey.
I was
songs.
waiting for you.
Exactly.
I've been waiting for
I planned for this.
you. This day would come.
Okay, away. Oh no, fair enough.
it's actually crazy that you've never been through a heartbreak and the things that
I don't believe you, by the way.
I also don't believe you.
When I was younger, I did go through, but nothing like, I wouldn't say like anything like.
What's your worst heartbreak that you've gone through, bro? Let's put it in that sense, because that will give us a little bit more.
I think I've done a lot of the heartbreaking.
I was just about to say, bro.
Yeah, I've done a lot of the heartbreaking. I think the last time.
So you're just an asshole.
Yeah.
I was.
Welcome to the modern man.
Yeah, the modern man. Be an asshole. You know, that's the trademark. I think when I was 15, I had like a bit of a. But I mean, I was fucking 15. I mean, that was like the last thing. But I mean, I think I've done a lot of the heartbreaking per se. So yeah, it's a tricky one.
How many girls have you had since then, bro? You're in a long-term relationship now.
I'm in a long-term relationship, yeah.
And you keep it completely off your socials and everything.
Yeah, I just find it's better
healthy.
like that. It's healthier like that. And I think the bigger you get, the more it starts to become very invasive.
Yeah. Because if they have a problem with you, they'll take her kind of thing.
Bro, that happens. I mean, we're at a show. I was on tour in Feb. And my girlfriend was at the show with me, and obviously like after the show I like quickly gave her a kiss to, like, to wish me luck, whatever, before I went onto stage. And one of the girls at the show literally found her, and where she was sitting, went up to her and was like, "Is he your boyfriend?" And she just innocently said yes, and she goes, "Not for long."
Wow.
And then just walks off. And I have no idea that this is like going on, because obviously I'm on stage, I'm about to sing. But this kind of stuff goes on. That's so like the way I see it is like I'm just trying to protect. Literally. But like women, and I find the older women are the craziest. They are the craziest. Like they'll straight up grope you.
Yeah, no,
straight
for
up,
sure.
Straight up.
No, listen, bro. Like that's why they call them Cougars, bro.
Yeah, I promise you. It's crazy. It's wild.
I used to do a bachelorette kind of thing, bro, where I used to like bare butt butlers, bro. Yeah, and let me tell you, bro, like the 30 up. You know, like 35 up.
They're not shy.
Mad, bro.
No, they're not shy.
Come home with marks on my ass and shit. I was traumatized, guys.
So let's just
Please
dive
be
into.
scared of the Cougars, guys.
So were you at Chippendale, or what were you doing exactly?
What do you mean? Oh no, I wasn't a stripper, bro. So like, what I would do.
You're saying you marks on the leg. I mean,
Oh no. What I would do is I would wear like an apron just in the front here, a bow tie, and like some cufflinks. But my ass was all out, bro. And it's bare butlers, bro. And I would just go there and completely serve the woman, bro. And I would just get the party started, bro.
This is one thing I didn't know about.
I did it for like a year, bro. It was crazy.
Did you make bank? Did you make bank?
I made huge bank, bro. I used to make so much money, and then I paid all for my own holidays and shit like that. I was working bartender Friday, Saturday night, and then during the day on those Fridays and Saturdays, I would do bachelorettes, but far places, bro.
This is the wildest thing, dude. That's crazy.
It was actually, dude, it was crazy, and I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why I have trust issues with women, bro.
Because you see what goes on behind closed doors.
I've been to those things.
I mean, those were bachelorette parties, right? They were about to get married, weren't they?
Homie. Exactly. I mean, those brides are nasty.
So red flags all over the place, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, well, on the topic of women, I mean, you have 35k followers on Instagram, so surely that brings the DMs. Talk to us about that.
What's happening there? What's happening in your DMs, my dude?
That must be a crazy time, bro.
Yeah, it's a crazy
I wish I
time.
had DMs like Lee
I think
we all do. I think every man wants to know this answer.
Where do I start? I think because I have a girlfriend, so it becomes a bit more tricky. But it's difficult for any person to be in a relationship with someone that's getting just a lot of attention in general. Even if both ways, like you say, you were dating a girl where she was fire. And she's famous, and every guy just sliding to the DMs. It becomes difficult. No matter how like confident and assertive you are, it chips away at you, like what you think. So I do get a fair amount of DMs. I've had a few unruly ones that's just straight up nudes, and I'm just like, okay.
Okay, what's a fair amount of DMs, bro? Because I
give
know
us a
my
ballpark
DMs and
figure,
like,
actually.
if I get like more than 3 a day, I'm happy, man.
Jesus, you get more than 3 a day?
I'm just saying, if I post a good photo on my story,
he doesn't get any, bro. He doesn't get any.
Maybe if I'm lucky.
No, but you also only go on Instagram once a week. That's the only reason why. But like, what kind of
it
numbers
depends
are we
because
talking
obviously sometimes like if I post often, then I get more. Yeah. But if I don't, then obviously it's just you silent. No one knows what you're doing. But
what do you give
like 20 to 30
a day.
Yeah, maybe.
Fuck
it's not even that much. But I mean, it's a decent amount. But a lot of it is not even just like flirting. A lot of it's just like guys or girls saying,
Hold on, what do the guys say?
Wait.
I've had guys message me for relationship advice because of I don't want to wait.
That's beautiful.
They'll literally say to me, bro, I'm sorry, you don't have to respond to my message if you don't want, but me and my chick are going through problems. I don't know what the fuck to do. you seem like the guy who just knows what's happening in relationships. I'm like, bro.
I just made I made a good song, bro.
So do you just ghost them or do you reply to
I
them
respond.
actually?
For me, my biggest thing is engaging with people.
Okay.
I'm nothing without people. So if I mean, I've only got 30. I'm not like I'm fucking Beyonce, bro. Where you know you gotta stop, because I think it gets to a point where you can't respond to everybody. But now when I'm at this level where it's like, cut the fame bullshit. Like, I just make music.
Yeah.
You sell whatever. You in that trade. Everyone's in a different thing. So I hate speaking to someone and they feel like there's that fame barrier. I just want it to be as chill as possible. So when people DM me or whatever, my first instinct is to respond back.
But
I
can give first-hand experience. I DM'd him, bro. Like, straight up when I saw you was on like Seattle Coffee, bro. Like, that was
really?
the thing. And I was like, man, alive. Love this coffee. And he just chatted to me, bro. It was nice, you know, like the first time we met and everything like that. This is the nicest person I've ever met in my entire life, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
you were
cry.
nicer than you look. Let me say that. You look like a bit of an asshole.
Bro,
like,
you know the amount of
face,
people
bro.
tell me that.
Yeah, but you're so nice, bro.
It's
like,
crazy,
what's going
yeah.
on? No,
It's a slit in our, bro.
I know,
Yeah,
bro.
must be, yeah, no, for sure.
It's so South, boy.
It is so South, boy. The South never leaves, bro. You can come to Montana, but the South never leaves. But so many people say that. They say when they first see me, I just look like the most cocky, arrogant
I
prick.
don't even think cocky or arrogant.
alive,
you just don't look like the person that you are, bro.
Like
Once you
super
start
friendly.
speaking and the way
Yes,
you go on about
yeah.
conversations, man, like
Well, hey,
you're
man,
just
that's a good thing. Thank you, man.
genuine
Thank you.
person,
Thank
and
you.
that's really, really cool, bro. And you never
Thanks so
ignore
much.
messages, bro. That's
I
one
don't,
thing.
I
I think
yeah,
I bug
yeah.
this oak so much. On like I randomly like his song will be playing on the radio, bro. I'll take a selfie video of me singing and I'll just say I sing better than you, bro. Send it to him, and then he's like, oh, you know, you mustn't tell people this and that. So you know, for someone else, it's like
You're gonna put me out of business.
yeah,
You're gonna put me out of business.
I feel good. Yeah.
Okay, hold
Watch
on.
this space.
Actually, adding on to what Bailey was asking about the DMs, do you have any stalkers, my dude? Like, do you have like one consistent or like, you know what I mean?
Here we go.
So gay guys, I mean, obviously, old school, but gay guys in particular,
Oh yeah,
Jesus wept.
really?
There was a guy from Azerbaijan.
Yeah. What?
Azerbaijan, bro. Like, who the fuck do I know in Azerbaijan? So you DM me,
Yeah.
and obviously, like, flame emojis. I can see this guy's gay, so I'm like, you know, I just don't respond. So the ones where I feel like if I had to respond, it would just get me in uncomfortable situations, and then don't respond.
Okay.
So the ones that are, like, you know, like pretty
You don't
general,
need to respond.
I don't need to respond.
No, you
So
don't need to
he messages me, off the cuff, he's like super weird.
Okay.
Then he sends you like ass pics and shit like that.
Wow.
Because obviously it's
So he's bottom.
he's 100% bottom. I definitely
Okay.
be told. So he sends me like ass pics and stuff, but obviously because he's under, like, you know, on Instagram we got the like
have a good ass,
the
though,
message requests.
Actually.
Did he have a good ass?
I'm not even gonna answer that. I'm not even gonna answer that. It's not Thailand or Brazil, so I can't answer that. You know what I mean? So he sends me like a photo, and I'm like, what has this guy sent? Because it's blurry, because I haven't accepted his request.
Okay.
So I go and I see, obviously he's like in the thong with his, and I'm just like Christ on a bike. Later on that year, my dad and my brother, we got tickets to watch Arsenal in the Europa League final against Chelsea in Azerbaijan. But I didn't know he was from Azerbaijan. So what ended up happening was we go to Azerbaijan, I'm posting pics, oh, what a beautiful country. He's like, it's me, I'm here, I'm in Azerbaijan. I'm like, holy shit, what do I do now? I'm like, if I run into this guy, I'm going to shit my pants. It's me. I'm like, what?
Oh my god.
So stalkers was 100%. I've got a few. I have this girl. I think she's from Durban.
Okay.
She emails me like every 3 months.
Wait, sorry. She emails you.
Emails me, bro.
But your email's on your bio, yeah? Is it
No, it's not. I don't know how she gets my
Like a
email.
personal
I think it might be on my page. Maybe that's where she
I
gets
think
it
it
from.
is probably on your page.
But she doesn't have Facebook, she says. No Instagram, nothing. She doesn't have any of that. But she keeps up to date with everything in my life. I love the way you went to Hearties on the weekend. Like
Sorry?
creepy stuff like that. And
Oh,
like
my
I don't
God.
have on Instagram or Facebook. So that's what I'm saying. It gets
But
to a
she-
stage
so
where you got to
she's
start
got, like, a
really...
little bit of a track.
I mean, have you ever
bad.
like, you know, responded like, hey, listen, you know,
see those,
it's a bit
I feel
much.
like if I
Have you had
respond,
conflict? Yeah.
then I'm opening the door a bit. So I'd just rather just let her... She wrote me a poem.
Was it a good poem?
It was solid. It's an 8 out of 10. It's a yes
Okay,
from me.
oh, yeah.
It's a
Okay,
yes
Well,
from
you
me.
know, I feel like she put in the effort. She made sure she knew where you were going throughout the weekend. You know,
I mean,
good woman. We like this. No, we don't.
No.
Not that guy though.
Stay away.
But have you ever thought of, like, you know, putting your girlfriend out there on social media just to like tell the rest of these girls, like, please
I've posted-
stop bugging me? You know,
I've posted once or twice
I
about
think on the
it.
stories, bro. Yeah.
But you know what the thing is, the sad part about my career, and it goes both ways for men and women, is that a large part of like the appeal of someone famous is that attainability.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you understand? What I'm saying?
True, yeah.
Especially for women. If they feel they can get you, even though they can't, there's an attraction there beyond the music, beyond anything, that is alluring that draws them in. I found, like, in my previous relationship, the minute I started posting about us often, girls would literally unfollow me, regardless of my music.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden that allure is not there anymore.
It's basically you off the market.
100%. And it's
let's
fucked
not
up,
lie.
but it is what it
follow
is.
a chick if she like got engaged, bro.
I
Like, it's
don't
one of those
care,
nice,
no.
good-looking girls on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
She
if you
gets
hot, you're
engaged or
hot,
some
I'm
shit,
sorry.
man.
You're gonna follow regardless.
It depends what
If there's
she's
a
posting. If
goalkeeper,
she's
you can still
consistently-
score, my dude. What do you mean?
The menu, you can look at the menu.
If she's continuously posting on the gram with the boyfriend or the fiance, then yeah, I'm sorry, it's not the kind of content I want to see, bro. I want to see some ass, man.
No, bro, I follow the guy
know?
and try to be more like that guy.
He's got the blueprint. He's
go.
got the blueprint. There you go. Yeah. So it's a tricky
Be
one, but
yourself,
yeah.
Okay, so you've had a couple of stalkers here and
You have
there.
a few stalkers, yeah. I would say.
But did it ever get like extreme, bro? Like fully extreme, like, you know, you were worried about
Like
your
Mariah
safety
Carey,
kind of-
like, you
no,
know,
no,
like,
Eminem
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Obsessed with me kind
Exactly.
of shit.
Touch wood, I've been good in that department, so.
Yeah. No, it's still early days, bro.
Yeah, still, 100%. Yeah.
27,
And we're still growing the brand, so let's see what happens.
The
In
brand, bro. I think
we'll do this in 2 years' time and we'll see if it's gotten worse or not. But for now, it's.
for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So then I got another question for you, real quick. This is not. I mean, you're in a long-term relationship
Yes,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So we're talking before that. What is the most toxic thing that you have done in a relationship?
Or just to a woman in
In general,
man.
in general, like, you know what?
What
Like,
is your biggest asshole moment
let's
that
let's
you
let's
look
let's
back?
let's let down the guard. Like, listen, we are all, like, you know, human beings
Yeah,
here.
we modern
I
men.
for one can say I have done
A fair amount.
unspeakable things.
Unspeakable things.
Okay, so, like, you know, like, what is the most toxic thing that you have done?
Oh man, that's a good question. You know what? I think the most toxic thing I've done, I wasn't in a relationship, but I was being a whore, man. That's not even toxic, but I mean, like, I don't know. I think I have, like, super strict principles. I know it sounds good boyish, but it's really not. Like, I've just got super strict principles that beyond that, I feel like, for example, I would say this to my brother, like, anybody can get lots of girls, right? If you're a confident guy, I don't have to be a good looking guy. Anyone can get lots of girls. But to be true to your word and to, like, stay straight as an arrow, very few people can do. So for me, that's kind of what I pride myself on. I know it sounds like wishy-washy, but that's genuinely what it is. So, because anyone can fucking hook up with anyone and do this and do that. But if you're a straight man, I feel like that's the kind of man I want to be. So in terms of, like, toxic shit, I haven't really done anything. And if I'm on the cusp of doing something toxic, I realize it and I can stop myself in that moment. So
Don't you get addicted to the chaos, man? Like, you know, like, just it's exciting. Like, let's be honest, toxic is exciting, bro.
Yeah,
It
but to an
is,
extent.
it is.
To an
To an
extent.
extent. No,
To an
yes,
extent,
yes,
like,
it is.
I always believe that you have to have some level of toxicity in your relationship just to keep it more, like, you know, it must be fun, you know. Otherwise,
Controlled
it just gets boring,
chaos.
and then you kind of, like,
Controlled
cohabit a
chaos, man.
space.
Controlled chaos.
Yeah.
Controlled
Because if it gets
It's
out of
easier said-
control,
it's easier said than
then
done, bro.
it's, you know,
easier said
you're
than-
listening
and
to
how long you
Nicole
been-
on the way to your ex. And
Exactly. It's just a slippery slope.
And
You know
then
what I
you
mean?
just think to yourself, I don't want to wait, man.
So yeah, I went on.
Okay,
That's
but
probably.
enough about women. You know, this is the Modern Man podcast. Bro, how do you make money, bro? Like, you know, what is it like
Okay,
making money
okay.
as an artist in this country? Like, you don't have to tell us everything.
No,
but,
of
like,
course, of
you know,
course.
it's just interesting because,
Surely
you know,
you've got, like, a side hustle.
you do your own thing, and, like, you know, I don't know what your schedule's like, kind of thing. So, like, what is it like being an artist in South Africa these days? How do you make the money, bro?
So the money, especially in South Africa, when it comes to this kind of industry, money's made in various amounts of ways. The bulk of your cash probably comes from gigs. That's where you make a lot of your cash.
Like live
Yeah,
performances.
yeah.
So if, I mean, like, for example, I don't know, like a Jeremy Loops, or, you know, someone who's, like, currently, like, A grade, or, like, you know, that top tier in the country, you making, I mean, I calculated off a couple of his shows, just off ticket sales, he's making like 300K off 4 barnyard shows in a weekend.
Wow.
Even if you pocket half of that, that's
Fuck
150K
me.
in a weekend. I mean, you can chill for the rest of the
Tax
month.
and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money. So gigs is where you make a lot of money. So gigs,
Okay.
streams.
Okay.
If you're well streamed, you can make a decent amount.
But you got what, like 53? I saw this morning it was like
52,000.
No, 50,
And that's-
this morning it was 53,190, bro.
Yeah.
53,190. So like, what kind of, like, what percentage?
So it's not a lot, but per million streams, it's about 50K.
Okay.
Okay, so
And
but now
you're about 2 million now.
I'm
Close to
about
2 million. Because I know you're
between
one
Apple.
song
I'm
to
about
900
I'm close to 3.5 million
3.5.
streams total. Yeah.
Well done,
That's
my dude.
crazy,
Thank
guys.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
You
you.
know, people will say it and stuff like that, but that's a crazy amount of views, bro.
Yeah,
For
especially
South African
here,
artists. Yeah,
especially
that's what I'm
South
saying.
Africa. That's the
South
crazy
African
part. So yeah.
Boy from the south.
So if you average, we're just gonna drop that every time from the south. If you take like, I mean, if you have, say you got 500,000 monthly listeners, you pocketing every month clean just off streaming. Don't have to lift a finger.
Yeah.
80 to 100k
A month.
a month.
I'm in the wrong industry, guys.
I can
No,
sing.
let's
bro.
start making music. Fuck me.
So with gigs, streams, radio plays. If you have a lot of radio play, they also get paid there.
Okay.
Endorsements, ads, all kind of things. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it.
And is there anything that you do like side hustle kind of vibe?
I trade here and there. I write for other artists as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
I write
songwriting?
for- yeah, songwrite, and
Not
I produce
producing
and I
kind of-
produce
Oh,
as
you
well.
produce as
Yeah,
well.
so
So you
songwrite,
do like
produce
the engineering and everything.
everything.
Or South
Yeah,
African
yeah.
artists, or do you work
South
with
South
people
African
Are
artists
you
for now.
allowed to like drop a name, like who?
Yeah,
or-
yeah, kids.
Yeah,
Brit.
who's
So-
your favorite person to work with? Who do you work with, bro? Like, I like, I'm not gonna lie, I see these American kind of things, but South Africans, we don't like each other. No one supports each other here. So I would like to know, like, who do you work with, bro?
So
Like,
the
what's
songwriting aspect, I've only just kind of started in terms of writing for other artists because I've got a lot of songs. I write so much that I have a bulk of songs that just don't suit my voice, but that suit like a female's vocal or male's vocal, whatever.
But you got
So
that raspy voice, bro. Like,
yeah,
come on.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, not
I even put mine
can't
a
expect
little bit deeper than
exactly. You got that raspy. I'm that bad, you know. Taylor Hunter, Britt Maestri, these are upcoming artists like in Cape Town. One's here. And then I might be working on some stuff with the Idols winner Berry. She won Idols last year. So
So like South African idols.
yeah, that stuff's still going
That's
on,
still,
man.
I was just about
Still
to say,
going
bro,
on.
that stuff's
And
still going on.
Zazie
Fuck.
for sure.
Did you ever?
Okay.
Were you ever gonna go on Idols before? You know, before your big break.
Yeah. So 2013, 2013. No, 2011. I went to Idols. But you see, the
you
people
did?
don't understand about Idols and The Voice and stuff like that is that before it's a singing competition, it's entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's
people
like anything that's
people think
entertainment,
it's going to solve all your biggest dreams, but what they don't know behind closed doors is that if you get locked into a contract on The Voice or on Idols, you are
Stuck
wrecked.
there for 5
Wrecked.
years, 10
There's
years.
no
Yeah,
ways.
Yeah.
And you have to do, say, for example, like The Voice. The stage that you see on TV where they hit the
Yeah,
button, they turn around,
yeah.
that's already top 40.
Okay.
So everyone that's there had to sign an agreement that they're locked into. If things do go further, they're locked into a contract with Universal, Sony, whoever's at
Yeah,
the time
yeah.
for 2 years, whether they win or not. So
Wow.
what
Like
ends
an
up
NDA
happening
kind
is,
of vibe, bro.
yeah, 100, but you're not allowed to release music outside of that agreement.
Oh jeez.
So you kind of shafted in a way. So unless you win The Voice and you get that publicity, you kind of stuck. But a lot of these competitions, they have benefits. You know, they obviously expose a lot of people, but that's the reality that people don't know. So tried Idols when I was much, much younger. And then when I found out like behind the scenes what actually happens, I was like, I'm actually better off just doing things on my own.
You're
And
doing
clearly
it
it worked, eh?
independently.
So, which is what I've done this whole time. So
Oh, dude.
yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
just to answer your question. Yeah.
Yeah, no, madness. We didn't know that, huh?
So I was just checking the load shedding schedule. I legit thought it was going to come out
like,
too, bro. So I was just like, fuck, we're going to sit here and like record shit and nothing's absolutely recording, bro. Nothing's absolutely recording. Okay, bro, but like, so you got a busy schedule, bro. You keep busy. I'm guessing you got a routine and stuff like that. You try to keep the healthy. I mean, you're sitting here.
Bro, when I
drinking
left
my
Matric,
water,
there's
my
one
water.
thing
I'm joking.
I told myself, and that's no matter what I fucking do, I'm doing it on my own terms when I want to do it, what time I want to do it.
So you never went to study or shit, bro?
No,
You
I
just did
refused.
what you wanted
I just
to
point
do,
blank
bro.
refused, yeah.
And what
And that
about you,
takes,
bro?
and
That's
it takes,
fucking-
it
that's
takes a
really,
lot
really-
of
that
anyone
takes a
that,
lot of
that
balls,
pursues
bro.
something like
Yeah.
soccer
Yeah.
or things where the margin of success is so small. I can't respect you enough because of the mental strength it takes to get you there. Because I know what it's like. There's days you're like, I want to quit this, bro. Like, you know what I mean? All your friends are getting married, buying apartments, moving on in your life, and you fucking having Saskia Sam on the side
Yeah.
of your house. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like,
Yeah.
That's a
So,
successful dream is a lie, man.
it's-
Don't
I
let people
promise
try-
you, bro.
Because you know what, they're
Promise
happy
you.
now, but by the time they're 40, they resent and hate all of themselves.
It's a rat
because
race, bro. It's a rat race. It's a rat
They
race.
full on have no dreams left, bro.
Yeah,
They
100%.
they ditch their dreams to get the girl, get
Oh
the
my
house,
dude, they
get
followed
the
a
dog.
system that was placed in front of
Yeah,
them,
but
and
it's also
And they
social
never question it. They don't question
Exactly.
it. They don't question
Exactly.
Comfortable, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, but bro, so as I say, you've got a busy schedule, bro. What do you?
it. So that's what I was saying. In terms
Yeah,
of my
yeah, yeah.
schedule, I decided like I'm gonna do whatever I want. So now that I've kind of made it and things are like flowing smoothly,
yeah.
bro, it's amazing. I just wake up whenever I want. I'm bored a lot of the times. But that's where creativity comes from.
Yeah.
It's from the boredom. So I'll wake up.
So
maybe,
you don't pack your days, bro. You don't pack your days.
No, I'm
So you're a free flowing
I'm a free flowing guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is kind of bad sometimes, but it's also kind of good for the
At
career
the
that
same
I'm
time,
in.
for the creator.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a very creative person, but I'm like more like numbers, business kind of.
That's
shit. So I have to,
that's
like,
much
Yeah,
in line.
schedule
to know
everything.
What about you guys? You guys more creative or more?
Oh, look, you know what? For the industry that I work in, I don't think I'm allowed to.
Deviate too much from
Yeah,
that.
I need to follow a very strict schedule because my time is limited. And when I've got my free time, I mean, it's downtime. You know?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free time, bro. Besides like creating shit like
Dude,
that.
I play sport. I'm massive on sport. So
What do you do,
Soccer.
Soccer. Yeah,
Yeah.
soccer.
What
and,
position do you play? You feel like a left wing.
yeah, I'm left wing centre mid.
Okay. Cinema, there you go.
Yeah, left wing. I've played that my whole life. So hockey, roller hockey.
Shit, okay.
Which is actually
Okay.
big in Uruguay, which we're going to get to now. So roller hockey, soccer, and then just gym, which is pretty much.
Yeah, bro, you're in shape, bro, and you're tall as fuck, man.
Yeah, I'm trying,
Holy
man. I'm
shit,
trying. Gotta trim the pork, you know, because when you leave school,
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
calories start to pile
Yeah,
on.
no, for sure, man,
Dude,
because you're not running around
I
anymore.
just came back from holiday in Cape Town, bro. I'm fat as balls, bro. And I drank so much, I ate so much. I haven't been in the gym, man. Like, I've got love handles bigger than my dreams, bro. Like,
That's
not
alright.
That's
That's acceptable. It's acceptable.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now. We'll get back into it. Bro, I wanted to ask you, dude, do you have any like vices or substances? Are you? I see, like you're not a drinker. I've known you, but I don't know you that like
That
well
deeply.
too.
Yeah.
So like, do you smoke? Do you drink?
So-
do you do some toxic shit on the side that kind of like? Because everyone has that thing that kind of like regresses them, but it kind of frees them at the same time, like a vice.
I hear
right?
what you
So,
like a vice. Yeah. So I've never really been a big alcohol drinker.
Okay. Yeah.
Lately, though, I've been enjoying
From
beer.
the south. You're from the south.
I
and
promise you,
drink
bro. Trust me. Like we go to
Shocking
on
behavior.
VAC, bro, and like all my mates, and I'm like having Oasis water, mate. I'm just
Okay.
probably shouldn't have said that on the brand. Oasis shout outs. And yeah, so I've just had water pretty much my whole life.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
try to keep it clean. But lately, I've been slipping a bit.
Yeah.
During lockdown, like my dad would have wine like pretty much every night just to
Okay.
like chill.
So you drank.
And I started drinking a bit of wine, and then I liked that. Yeah.
It's a red wine.
Some
eh?
red wine.
But
It's a
now
red wine, it has to be a
it
red
has to
wine.
be. It's in the
Some
blood.
Merlot or
Yeah.
Vintage or
It's in the blood,
Cabernet
yeah.
Sauvignon.
And then now it'd probably be beer. I actually really like
Oh, you
beer
love
now.
a good beer, bro.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
kind of beer do you? Nice ice cold
I'm-
on a hot day
I'm
like this,
ice
we could have
cold.
a beer.
I'm a
Damn,
Heineken man, yeah.
You're a
I like
Heineken man.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you're European, bro. That
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
Through-
What about a
through-
good old
through.
Zammerlick, bro?
I haven't tried a Zammerlick yet, but I'm
What?
going to try
You
that.
haven't?
Yeah.
You're 27. You haven't.
Dude,
tried
I
Zammerlick?
just told you I'm a virgin, so I'm
Not
telling you guys
missing
need
out on
to.
much, bro.
Oh, really?
Oh, man.
No,
So easy,
no.
bro. Don't stress.
No, that's alright. I have a nice ice cold black label on a hot day, my dude. There's
No, it
nothing that
slaps.
can compare.
Slaps hard and
Yeah,
does
but
a
now
good
that
job.
now that we're talking about all this and stuff, everyone wants to know, especially us. So when was your big break? Because I mean, there was a time where you weren't around and no one knew your name, no one knew anything about you.
yeah.
The next thing you know, you were just in the
You
radio.
blew up.
You were on everyone's social media.
Yeah.
And like, when did that happen? When
That
did all
was
come about?
The sexy
20
fuck that just came out of nowhere. man.
Hey.
Like, you know, like who's this guy?
No, he's on Jack Carando. Like,
Yeah,
what the
Jack
fuck's
Carando,
going
yeah.
on?
He's
I
got a
never had
voice
any
like that.
threats. I never had any threats in Benoni until you came out. And said,
That's usually when it starts.
Yeah.
2020, about I think April.
During
2020. During lockdown, yeah. So I released I Don't Want to Wait,
Okay.
and then like nothing.
Bro, before you go on, dude, that song, man. Wow. That's your biggest song.
It's my
yeah?
biggest song.
Bro, straight up, I started texting my ex.
I don't want to wait.
While you're driving.
Guys, let me tell you,
Almost got a million
do not
views on
ever
YouTube,
listen to this
Yeah,
song
yeah.
when you are sad or when you're thinking about a woman, because it will drive you back, man. And it will either make you end your relationship or get back with that toxic bitch that you just don't want to get back with.
I feel like he's speaking from experience.
He really is.
I am.
No, he is.
I'm
Blink
speaking-
twice if you need help. Just blink twice.
Oh man, that song had me like straight on when I had some heartbreak during that shit, bro. And like I listened to that song and it was just like, wow, I don't want to wait, bitch. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
That was February 2020. Released that,
Shit. Okay. Yeah.
and then literally like maybe a month later, hard lockdown. So
Yeah,
things
it was
started
March,
to
it was
grow.
end of March,
But I was at
yeah.
home, so I had no like idea of how many people actually listening to my stuff. And then I just saw the numbers on Spotify and YouTube and Instagram, and everyone was sharing it. I was like, okay, this is getting proper viral. And then it just started building. And that's when I had my break. I was a funny story actually. I was at a coffee shop with my mom. We went for breakfast, and I actually tell this story at a lot of my shows. And this lady walks in. You know, like when someone kind of knows you, but they're too scared to come up, you know. Eventually she does. She's sorry. You know, like they're matching. It's like, sorry, are you Lee Cole? I was like, yeah, I am. She's like, oh, I'm a big fan. I was like, thank you very much. And then she goes, you know your song, I Don't Wait, that's like my favorite song. So I said to her, okay, well, thank you very much. You know, it is a people's favorite. And then she hits me with a bomb like out of nowhere. She's like, you know, that song when it came out, I listened to it for like 4 months, and it gave me the courage I needed to divorce my husband.
Wow.
What do you say to that, bro? Like,
No, that's
I swear to God, that's literally what you said to me.
Thing I think I've heard.
100%.
The reason why, bro, because people are staying in relationships these days that they are not happy.
They're toxic, or they're just
And
not going to work out.
Those lyrics, now that you say that in those kind of things, bro, it's like you don't want to wait for someone to treat you right, guys. The right person will treat you right. And that's crazy, actually. She divorced her husband.
She literally,
how long
she
were they
told
together?
me.
Do you know? Like,
She didn't. I don't.
but
Like,
she divorced her husband, bro. No, good
Divorced.
on you.
Yeah,
You made
thanks,
another
bro.
woman and another guy happy because now both of them.
I just said
go find
thanks.
happiness, bro.
What do you say, bro? I just said thanks. You know, what do you say? Like,
Joy being single.
Like, yo, fuck that guy. Yo, fuck, you know, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, what do you say?
Well up, buddy, because you know what?
What you doing later?
It means that, you know, your words, they hold a certain power.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
You are now creating influence. You are influencing people that are listening to the
That's what it
songs
is.
that you're
Yeah,
releasing.
yeah.
And that in itself is incredible.
Thanks, man.
No,
Thank
that's
you.
incredible,
Yeah,
dude.
and it's like when your music starts to become more popular, you start to realize like the scope of how it's making people feel. And I mean that's why I do it anyway. So I mean it's good to get that, you know, that reward. Yeah. So when is the last relationship you were in?
Ooh, there we go.
Let's bring out the questions. Let's take a sip of the whiskey.
Oh shit! I love this. So juicy.
So my last relationship, I ended. Should I count that other one?
No, you should cut the other.
No, I
one,
really
bro.
shouldn't.
Oh, you should. Oh, you should.
Okay, so I got.
She's watching, by the way.
No, she probably is. So
She's gonna be like, that motherfucker didn't mention
it's
me
kind of
in the
like
last
a-
relationship, bro.
it was like
Fuck that guy.
I got out of a 3-year relationship towards the end of last year.
Okay.
And then I low-key kind of hopped into another one shortly thereafter.
Okay.
He's a serial relationship guy.
I am a
That's
serial
disease.
monogamist. Yes.
Serial monogamist.
I'm recovering.
Take
Yeah,
it
no,
over,
I got dumped, my dude. I got dumped hardcore. I got dumped. I think she might have listened to a Lee Cole song, actually.
She's on the way to.
She didn't want to wait. Yeah, no. She
With
just
or
told
without you, eh?
But did you, from your perspective, did you feel like it was toxic?
Oh no, that was massively toxic.
Massively.
No,
So
no,
the
no,
friends
no,
are.
no, whoa.
Massively
I'm
toxic,
gonna say
bro.
this, right? It might have been
Just
a bit
give
toxic.
a little
Just
bit
smidge.
insight to this.
Just
bro.
a
Just give
smidge. It was a bit
of
toxic.
insight. Yeah.
I've got good things and bad things to say, but basically,
Okay.
The gist of it is that she texted me the one day. She says, "You're not the man that I fall in love with," and I was like, "I'm a proud cunt. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
So I was like,
He's the most stubborn bastard you've ever met in your life.
"Bye bye." That was
that's
it.
it, and
And
that's
that was
it.
it. No, that was it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was my last relationship. It was good fun though. I won't lie. The sex was great.
Okay.
sex was
That's always a
great.
plus.
Especially
That's
when
always
it is recorded.
You shut the fuck up.
Jesus Christ.
No,
I just picture you manning down the curtains, just like, what the fuck?
Wait, a little bit to the left, guys.
no, because she had an OnlyFans account.
Legit.
Yeah, no, she had an OnlyFans
Yeah,
account.
he was dating an OnlyFans.
You're okay with that?
No, I was 100% okay with that. Look, listen, a lot of men will turn around and say that, you know, why would you want to date a woman that's showing off
This is
everything?
interesting. I'd like to hear your take.
Yeah, you see,
I'm like that, bro.
No,
I
for
wouldn't.
me-
I wouldn't.
I would never
wouldn't
like
be
it,
rich.
bro.
For me, it's an ego boost. For me, it's an ego boost because you know what? There's a whole bunch of gents that are literally paying this woman money to look at her. I'm going,
And you're hitting it.
that's mine.
Yeah.
No, I see what you're saying from that perspective.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
see what
for
you're
me-
saying.
You're the hand in the photo, bro.
Exactly.
You're the hand in the photo. I get that point, but
So
still, I don't know if I could do it.
I was very much okay with
I don't.
it.
I don't think I could do it, but like,
I never had an issue, my dude.
No.
But just so that
As long as you're getting a cut,
yeah.
eh?
Okay.
No, I never got a cut. No,
You
for
didn't
me,
get a
I
cut from
just,
none, yeah?
I was just all for fun.
Moral
dude.
support.
I had a
Moral
lot of
support.
fun. No, it was a lot of fun. I won't lie. It was a lot of fun. I don't regret anything.
no, but I think you could naturally.
And that's what it's about,
also
man.
Anyway,
Yeah.
bro, so it's
No,
okay.
for
He's
sure,
Jeffrey Dahmer, definitely.
No, that's-
Takes the photos. He's definitely.
But that's interesting. So what's your opinion on like OnlyFans and women and stuff like that?
Bro, when it comes to OnlyFans, it just I don't support it. I don't
Really?
feel. No, I don't, bro.
But don't you think, like,
I
you know
think
what?
it's, bro. These girls want all the respect from men, from this and that, but then they go and doing this.
interesting perspective.
It's basically just all the girls that are fighting for them. These girls are on the side doing these OnlyFans where
Fair
there's.
enough.
I wouldn't say they don't have respect for themselves, but it looks like they don't.
Let
And
me-
they're portraying themselves in social media and on this and on that with. I have no respect for them. If you're
Let me
doing OnlyFans
tackle
and
it.
now your girlfriend doing that
Okay.
is different to me as well. I mean, if my girlfriend even came with a suggestion that she went to OnlyFans, I'd be like,
So
Wouldn't you want to
"I wanna
feature?
that."
Are you joking? My dude.
Wax strip, you know, get into
100%,
shape.
bro.
You know,
You're there busy putting your strokes in. Everyone's
Yeah.
wishing that was them. I'm
Yeah,
like, fuck
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You put the Batman signal across your
Yeah,
chest.
bro.
Exactly,
You see,
exactly.
the thing is
The
that
shine of the flashlight, you know.
No, I agree with Bailey on that point, bro.
my
I
perspective
don't
is that
think
men have been
in charge.
profiting. Yeah, they have monetized women.
Yeah.
for
Listen,
the
if they're gonna
longest
send
time.
news, they're gonna send
that
news and
is
get
true.
paid for. That's
So
cool, bro.
you know
get
what?
that
I
point,
think
bro.
maybe it's my inner feminist that
Yeah,
agrees with it
yeah.
because
Okay.
they are now in charge. You know,
Yeah.
that
No, I
was
get
my
it.
thing.
I
on
get
it.
it. All perspective.
So they're making money
all
off
have
of it
different-
their own way instead of having, you know what? Think about with prostitutes. You know, you got a pimp and he's in control of all of them.
Six, bro. 6 sells,
They are
man.
doing they're cutting out the middleman. You know, they're making all of that money for themselves. Yes, it's still a very questionable.
But did you see
career.
OnlyFans paid out $3.6 billion US to their creators last year.
Dude, it's
$3.6 billion US dollars.
it's a profitable business. You can't
But
deny
it's
that.
dirty money to me.
See, Kicks, for me, this is the way I see it, right? If you're not my girlfriend, any girl, you're more than welcome to do whatever you want.
Yes.
I would never judge you. Like, if I was sitting next to a girl and she was like, she's doing OnlyFans, I'm like, hey, cool, man. You're bringing the Mandelas, you're doing you.
But if you're
For
dating
me-
me, that's not a thing.
For me, where the line starts to get crossed is like, for example, if I introduce myself to you as a power-hungry, money-hungry guy, all you're ever going to see in me is a guy that wants money. So if that's her job and she's super sexual or super flaunting in the way she dresses and the way she acts, I'm communicating to you subconsciously. That's all you need to see me for. And as a guy, we are seeing this subconsciously. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're seeing you as a piece of meat. We're seeing you only... She's
a sexual object.
That's what I'm saying. But the woman, I feel, with OnlyFans are helping push that because...
Fair enough.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Fair
Like,
enough.
if you go to the beach and she's naked and then she says to you, how dare you look at me? But what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
same
as a
as-
man, much you just sorry,
It's,
you know.
it's the same as a girl wearing like a nice pair of like leggings, homie, and she's standing at the shops, and you know that ass is popping, bro. Why are you staring at my ass? What do you mean, bro? I'm just looking like it's there, bro. Like, you know, what must I? You know you got a good ass. I'm not.
You see, but
undressing
the
you with my
line,
eyes.
what you're
Where
saying
do you
that
call it,
the
bro?
line
Where
can
do
be
you
a bit
call it?
blurred because like if you're at the mall
Yeah.
and the chick's looking hot and you're
I'm
like,
not disrespecting
licking your
her.
lips,
Oh, yeah,
that's
that-
also a
yeah,
bit
that-
weird.
that
Like
is it,
you
yeah.
can't do that. But it's all for me. It's all the energy of the girl.
Yeah.
It's the energy of the girl.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
the same girl. Like you can get two girls. One can wear one dress and the other one can wear the exact same dress. But the energy, one will look slutty and one will look sexy.
It's like
and
big
there's a
dick
very
energy, bro.
clear,
It's like big dick
100%. It's a
energy,
very
straight
clear
up.
distinction. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
what
So
you mean, yeah.
what you going on, I completely understand what you're saying because it all depends on what you're communicating. Because say that girl that you find hot or attractive, right? Say she's an OnlyFans you find. If she suddenly picked up like 100 kgs and whatever, all of a sudden she's of no value to you anymore.
Because all you saw in her was
Physical.
100%.
Straight up
But now
physical,
say
bro.
you meet a woman who's well presented, she dresses well, shows skin, whatever, but she's sexy, she's confident, but she's not communicating to you that this is all I am. She's smart.
There's more to
She's
her.
funny. There's more to her. So now when she does, get a bit fat or whatever, you see beyond that because you're seeing her as the person. That's my only issue with OnlyFans. That are starting to kind of
it
do
blurs
that
the
with
line, bro. It blurs the
100%.
line.
But hey, man, they're making money. They're making dough.
Listen,
so
they're
it's up
making
to
more
them
money
at the
than
end
all
of
of
the day.
us, bro. We're sitting at this conversation, but like one thing I do want to ask, bro. So, as you say that, like, how difficult is it as a modern man these days? You know, like what is it like? Okay, obviously you're in a relationship, bro. Like we're all single, but being a modern man, like what is a modern man to you? Like what like I would say the age demographics from like 23 to like 40, 45.
Okay.
You know, that's like kind of the age where people like really set in stone kind of some shit, bro. Like what do you... It's difficult this day and age. Being a man, you're the villain these days. Like you are so easily painted the villain for like just straight up putting your own opinions out there, this, that, the next thing. So, you know, like what is your views on the current modern man in not even just South Africa, like in the world, bro? Like
what makes a gentleman today? What makes a man?
No,
What makes
not even just what makes a man. You know, like I'm not gonna lie. I think we fucking a bunch of pussies, man. You know, like a lot of guys are soft. They're way too soft these days. So like, what is your opinion on men, and how do we get better? If I can put it in that sense, you know, like because I think men in the moment they're under attack. They're villains. They're a bit soft, man. You know, we've got a bit soft, and not the. What's the word? Toxic masculinity
So
kind of vibe.
you've heard of-
it's a complete different vibe.
You guys all
like,
know Andrew Tate and the whole thing that's going
Yeah.
So as much as I believe a lot of what he says is slightly way too much, a lot of what he says has place and has value, because a lot of what he's been saying is the truth no one wants to say. Okay. And I genuinely believe that. So a lot of what he said went too far. Like, you can't, like, like, women aren't objects. You're not a piece of meat that you're gonna. They're people. They're people. But at the end of the day, I just think there are things in society that have always been a certain way, that have kind of allowed society to grow to where it's been now, because it's working. Okay. As we're moving along as a species, we're tinkering. Don't hit back at your woman. We're tinkering these things that shouldn't. We kind of refining it along the way. But with, like, a man's place in the world right now, I do think our generation particularly, we are very soft. I've always
soft, bro.
Like, think about our parents.
Anymore,
think about our parents, bro.
Yeah.
And like our grandfathers, they came in fucking ships, dog. Ships.
Yeah.
Ships with nothing to their name.
I cut my hand opening something the other day, bro. Like, just literally, we bolt soft compared to what like the older people.
But like, to a country you don't speak the language. Like, I mean, I'm Portuguese, so like my grandfather came here, like, not knowing.
Do you speak Portuguese, bro?
I do a little bit. Yeah,
but like fluently, no.
I understand quite a bit.
So you understand quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But so, as I say, so like, they'd come here on a ship with nothing, and make a life for themselves. And I think a lot of us, like a lot of my mates back in the day, they'd leave matric, and all of a sudden, like, the pay's not good enough, or that
they're entitled.
They grew up privileged.
Being entitled.
Being
entitled,
soft.
being privileged.
That's what it is.
Kind of thing.
That's what it is. So I think men today, and like, there's a large emphasis on mental health, which I think is important, but I think it's going the other way now, where now we're too soft. Now I'm feeling sad today. It's an excuse.
I'm not going to work.
Can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
For me, there's a big distinction between depression and feeling sad, because
feeling sorry for yourself.
For example, you could go through periods in your life where you feel a bit more depressed, and other times you're in a depressed state. But it doesn't mean you suffer from depression.
Exactly. Yeah.
Those are very two distinctions that people are trying to conflate.
Putting together.
Yes.
They can't see
because everyone's got anxiety, bro. Yeah. Anxiety is normal. It's healthy. It's part of the human experience.
Yeah. I thought I never had anxiety until I had anxiety.
Really?
And I realized I had it.
You thought you never had anxiety. You thought you never had anxiety.
3 years I'm now in anxiety, bro. It's tough sucks. But Lee, bro, we got to wrap this shit up. I know, like, time was a bit shitty today because of, like, load shedding and stuff like that. But, bro, I just want to say thank you, man. That you're the first guest on our podcast. This was really a great conversation, guys. Like, this was really cool.
Yeah.
It was easy. And, man, I like, listen, we got to get you back on.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like,
you should come back.
This was a quick, like, 45-minute to an hour kind of thing. I think this we can really
extend it.
I've got one more question. Just one more question, then I'm done.
Quick.
I must know, right? Ass or titties?
Ass. All day. I'm an ass, man.
So you're Portuguese.
Yeah. 100%, bro. And you, what about you, Keith?
I'm ass, bro.
Ass,
all day long.
All day long.
I mean,
you know what?
I'm a short guy. I need short women.
You brought a topic quickly. If you want to just...
Yo, what is your
2
topic?
minutes quickly, we can just throw that down, bro. What is your topic that you wanted to bring up today, bro?
Oh, no, that's going to, like...
okay, so it's too far. So we're
going to take it, yeah. We'll save it for the next one.
Of the next one,
Yeah.
But, guys, thank you so much for watching the Modern Man podcast. This is our first guest, Lee Cole. Please like, subscribe, view, leave some comments.
Check out my OnlyFans. It's available now.
Lee's new single is out, With or Without You. It's an absolute fucking banger, guys. Lee, where can they find you on the socials, on the things like
just,
that?
Just Lee Cole Music everywhere. So
yeah, guys. Cool.
That's it. Simple.
Sharp. Thank you, guys.
See you guys in the next one.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thanks. That was cool as fuck, bro. Yeah. Dude, thanks.